Fort Mellonville is located in historic downtown Sanford. It is across the street from the town's Riverwalk. The park features 2 basketball courts, fitness trail, pavilions, barbecue grills, playgrounds, and a splash pad. It is named after a fort built during the Second Seminole War. The United States government's victory in the First Seminole War had forced the Seminoles from North Florida into Central and South Florida. The Treaty of Payne's Landing once again sought to relocate the Seminoles, this time to a reservation west of the Mississippi River. In March of 1835, President Andrew Jackson wrote a letter to Seminole chiefs where he stated that if they did not leave the state voluntarily, he would have them removed by force. However, many Seminole chiefs were unmoved by Jackson's threat and decided to stay and fight. A number of fortifications were ordered to be built along the St. Johns rivers in response to the burning of the port of Palatka. One of these garrisons was located on the southern shore of Lake Monroe. In December of 1836, Captain Alexander Fanning established Camp Monroe. On February 8th of 1837, the camp would be attacked. The attack would be led by Chief Kuwaichi, also known as Wildcat, and King Philip. During the attack, Captain Charles Mellon would be killed in battle. The fort would be reinforced and named in his honor, becoming Fort Mellon. It is unknown how many Seminoles were lost during the battle. Fort Mellon would be abandoned in July of 1837 due to sickness among the troops. Then was ordered to be reoccupied on November 4th, 1837 as a supply depot for area posts. Fort Mellon would go on to become the main staging and logistical base for the U.S. Army during the war. General Zachary Taylor had a road built connecting a series of defenses from Lake Monroe to Fort Brooke. In October of 1837, Chief Kuwaichi and Osceola would be captured under a white flag of truce as they headed to peace talks. Osceola would be brought to Fort Mellon, then put on a steamer to Fort Marion in St. Augustine. He was then sent to Fort Moultrie in South Carolina, where he died in 1838. Wildcat was able to escape Fort Marion by fasting for 6 days, slipping through the bars of his cell before dropping into a moat around the fort. He would continue fighting until his recapture in 1841, where he would then be sent to Arkansas Territory, modern-day Oklahoma. He would move to Texas in 1845. He would later die of smallpox in Mexico in 1857. Fort Mellon would be abandoned once again following the conclusion of the Second Seminole War in 1842. That same year, the township of Mellonville would be founded. Within 3 years, it would become the seat of the newly formed Orange County. In 1956, the seat will be moved to a town called Jernigan. 1 year later, Jernigan would become Orlando, Florida. In 1883, Mellonville would be annexed into a town founded by Henry Shelton Sanford, a wealthy Connecticut businessman.